Okay, so we've talked about this, our normal microbiota. It was part of your first essay question. It was a question I started one of your assignments with, and that was, what are some of the different services that your normal microbiota does for you? And what a lot of people talked about is it helps with our immune response. So a little bit more into what it means to help with our immune response. Our normal microbiota, they help to actually induce immune responses. They are constantly making associations themselves with our mutualist and commensalists. As we get these communities together, these are some of those things that can form those biofilms. And those biofilms can actually help us to then fight off parasites. So the associations that we make actually will induce an immune response in that the microbiome will fight off the parasites for us. Because we're also exposed to all these different microbes as soon as we come through the vaginal canal or through a cesarean C-section, we begin to learn what is foreign versus self. And self ultimately involves also all of those microbes of the microbiome. If your immune system didn't sort of consider them to be self cells, then they would be constantly fighting off the trillions and trillions of microbes that are on you. Half of all the cells that you think of as you are your microbiome. So that means if we put you into a blender and we separated all the cells and we put human cells in one bin and non-human cells in the other, we would have half in this bin, half in this bin. And while the microbes only represent 3 pounds of your overall weight, they still make up half of your cells. So they are considered, in a sense, your self cells. But you also need to learn how to distinguish between things that aren't living. So for instance, this is also going to help train you that food is not something that we want to necessarily have a defense against. And as we get more and more training through the course of our life, we calibrate, we refine, we know better to distinguish between what is foreign and what is non-foreign.